Hello, good evening, and welcome to Thingamajig's Racing Channel. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with the Ultimate Racing League. It's their Group Racing Sunday Championship. The GRSC Sunday evenings are filled with just URL lobbies. When you look into the lobby section of GT7, they have 6 leagues running simultaneously on a Sunday evening with a promotion and a demotion from each league until you can rise to the top and face down the League of Champions. Ladies and gentlemen, this season we are covering League 4 and we are at round 3 already. Trial Mountain, 2 grueling races of roughly 20 minutes. They're 13 laps of Trial Mountain. The first race will be on the soft tyre. The second race will be on the mediums and the hards. And to say this season, League 4, it is tight. I mean, they all fluked it last season, being a full promotion from League 5 to 4, but this one, I don't think they're going to be so lucky. I think this is just going to be the 3 up and 3 down situation at the end of this one, so it's everything to fight for here in this championship. So far, after 2 rounds then, we have Double Aaron sitting at the top on 79 points. Stu BS is chasing him down in second on 54 points. It's a climb, but I believe he can do it. The Monk, ladies and gentlemen, is in third on 53 points, only 1 point behind Stubbs. That is a push, ladies and gentlemen. Fourth is Matty Alder, also 51 points, 2 points behind the Monk. It is taut down there. Then we have Mika in 5th on 49 points. Could it be any tighter? Ladies and gents, Souness is in 6th on 48 points. Then we have 7th Freak / Method on 48 points also. Then we have Eric of Canada in 8th on 32. Oh, actually, sorry, I think Method's on 46 points. I was trying to read it from afar, but no, Method's on 46, 48 for Souness there. Eric of Canada, I believe. Oh, hang on. Eric of Canada is on 32 points in 8th. 9th is GS Smith in 9th, and he is on 27 points. Mini in 10th on 26 points. That's tight also. Toten in 11th, and he's on 24 points. Then we have YT in 12th on 17 points. Panda in 13th on 12 points. Jobs in 14th on 0 points. Zigzag Green in 15th on 0 points. And Pork Sports is 16th on positions. And unless you zoom in, and then if you zoom in, you miss who's on what line. So, yeah, sorry, my bad. Did badly with the tables. I'll try jotting them down next time. Oi, oi, oi. How are you doing this fine day? There's Vodka Rob in the chat. I'm doing absolutely superb, my friend. I am amped. I am beyond amped to be covering League 4 here. It has been an absolute banger so far this season. It's too exciting. I couldn't buzz it up enough. Right then, ladies and gents, shall we see what the grid is now we made a mess of the table? Of course. Yeah, I'll write it down next time. It was, I think so far it's like Stubbs and Double Aaron have been our pole sitters. So, is the tie going to be broken here today? No. Souness on pole, ladies and gentlemen. 3 rounds, 3 different pole sitters. That is how tight this championship's going to be. So, yeah, Souness doing the business in his Hyundai Genesis and putting it on pole. Great stuff there. Great stuff for his championship as well, if he can turn this into something more profitable. Then in second place, ladies and gents, is the Double A Ron. We knew he would feature somewhere at the front, and he's opted to start second today. And hey, It's all the talk of F1 about second place being a better starting point when you've got a long straight ahead. So there could be a little bit of slipstreaming going on there up to the first corner from Double Aaron. Then in third, Matti Alder. Ladies and gents, do not count out this man. He can race, and he can race real hard. And starting from third, he has every chance of taking all the points today. This, ladies and gentlemen, is so taut. Then down in fourth, sorry, is the Stu. That's Stu BS. That is Stu BS, ladies. I forgot he was in Brian's car. So, yeah, Stubbs then starting in fourth. Top four, all could take the win today. This is so crazy. Oh, man, I can't wait to get this going. Mika in fifth, ladies and gents, in the Gulf livery. It is absolutely banging, that livery. Sweet of ness. Oh, look at that. Nice. So, yeah, Mika starting in fifth place. Sixth then in qualifying goes to Method/Freak. We'll stick to Method, though, as that's what's the name on the screen. The man Twitches. Not in real life, actually streams Twitches. So if you are a user of Twitch, even if you're not a user of Twitch, check him out. Check him out to see his point of view in the races. And now in seventh, it's Mini, ladies and gentlemen, in the Red Bull Genocide. And, yeah, he's going to cause some genocide in this race. He's going to absolutely send it right up there. Again, they'll all be getting the benefit of the slipstream going down this straight, and I imagine they're all going to be arriving at the first corner in a rather quite quick manner. Then now, ladies and gentlemen, we have GS Myth sitting in 8th place. And looking mighty fine. Has not connected with the Genesis so far this season. Has found it a bit of a mule. And, yeah, seems to be dropping off the pack. But I believe in Get Smurfed. And I think he's going to get on top of that car. And then he's going to start mixing it up with the big boys. Talking about big boys, what's this doing down here? From the front row last round to the back of the grid. Has someone been naughty? Did they even get to qualify? I don't know. I haven't been checking out the stewarding. But the Monks starting from the back, very surprising. And a huge job there for Brian of the Moncani to try and get himself back up into a solid points position. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the championship. That's the grid. Nothing left to do except for race, and that's what we're here for. 13 laps of Trial Mountain. Trial Mountain. I don't know. I think it's Trail. Away we go then. And it's race on as Souness leads the whole pack away. But Double Aaron, like I said, they'll all be benefiting from a slight slipstream up to the first corner. They nail it into the first corner. Look at the speed they're carrying already on the cold racing soft tyres as they head through and up to the first real challenging corner under the bridge tunnel. And still, the Souness is holding strong against Double Aaron. It looks like the Alder might be in trouble here from Stu BS. He is laying down the law, ladies and gents. And now we've got a few tightish corners for some overtaking to happening here. But at the moment, everyone seems to be well behaved. And now, Double Aaron looking for a move. He's having a whiff and a sniff at the same time of what is happening in the Souness camp. Again with the slipstream down this long straight into a very heavy braking zone, and he's getting a great toe now as he pulls out. And it's all about when they will break, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Souness there on the anchors, but Double Aaron seems to have got the apex. It's Double Aaron, but did he compromise himself? Late breaking into the corner. Souness, can he come back at him up the hill? Souness having a nibble. He's having a nibble, but it looks like Double Aaron has pulled off the move early doors, and now Double Aaron leading this race as Matti Alder is having a close look at what is happening in the Souness department. Stubbs there in fourth. We've got Mika in fifth. These five have broken away from Mini, who's having his own issues with Method, all up and about his busyness. GS Smith there ahead of the Monk. The Monk not making it through just yet, as we have seen him do so many times before. So Double Aaron absolutely pulling a blinder there, but remember, Souness has that he can do the same. He can do it back to him if he can stay close enough to the rear derriere of Double Aaron. He can also slipstream and pull the same move next lap. Jeez, can you imagine if they keep doing it to him? But it looks to me like Double Aaron is starting to gape it a little bit. He's trying to pull out a big enough lead so the Souness cannot slipstream him back. But in that corner, Souness pulling up a lot of time. Oh yes, Souness getting through the bridge a lot smoother and quicker than Double Aaron. Double Aaron under pressure now in the tight squiggly section. Matti Alder having a prime seat to the viewing of the lead of this race here. What a blinder we're having so far. Stu BS just behind us, as Mika there in fifth behind him. So this is it. This is where we expect Souness to try and pull off something similar to what Double Aaron done. Double Aaron's pulled it to the inside, defensive. He's going to want to go back up to the braking zone, and no, Souness not getting a tight enough slipstream to pull the move, but he's going to try and follow him through the corner and maybe do something coming out of it. Matti Alder just slung that one in there and only just missed the barrier, as the Stu BS has picked up a half a second penalty, and that is going to work into Mika's hands there. Beautiful stuff. Souness still stuck to the back of Double Aaron. He cannot lose him. He cannot shake him off. This is crazy racing, ladies and gentlemen. And now Souness having a sniff and a whiff, and it's Geary who's being defensive, holding that inside line, compromising his line through, and now Souness hungry for that first place back. After all the work through qualifying, all up and about his business, and all this squabbling is leaving them wide open to Matti. Matti is going to steal this one, ladies and gentlemen. That's the plans in his head right now. He's thinking, yeah, you two keep fighting this one over, I'm going to jump you. Mika then ahead of Stu BS as Stubbs pays his penalty, and the Mini is in sixth, staying way away from Method. Method chasing him down though. Brian Monk getting past the Myth, but the Myth staying with him. So the Monk as well, it's gapping out between himself and the Method, and Brian's going to lose a lot of points here if he cannot make it through. Double Aaron under immense pressure, not just from Souness, but from the Matti as well. The top three truly jammed together like immigrants in a back of a lorry. So Double Aaron leads them around. Now this is it, the straight, with Souness wanting to pick up a toe, and Matti also picking up said slipstream. Mika probably just a little bit away from that one, but the Stu BS is going to do something to him. Now I know this is crazy, isn't it? We should be watching the top three. We can see him from here, from the roof cam. Stu BS then pulling off the move to grab back that fourth place from Mika. Mika trying to come back up the inside of the Stu, and can he manage it? No, Stu holds his line, and Stubbs there stays in fourth. Well, he regains his fourth place. Matti still keeping a close eye on the agenda of the Geary, and again Mika having a wild look up the inside of the Stu BS, but it would have been quite late and probably $1 short there if he tried to pull that one off. But Stu BS under immense pressure. Mini with a penalty he's going to have to serve anytime soon, and Method is all up and around his rear derriere. Method just about to make sixth place, we see, and there he goes. getting a bit of a slip as well as Mini pays the penalty and moves on. Mika again all over the back of Stu BS. He's going for the pull, he's going for the move. What's going on up here? There was movement as well. No, but Mika does. Mika goes for it, and they're side by side coming up and over the hill. Mika on the inside, does he gain it? He's side by side going into the heavy braking tunnel, and yes, Mika gets that one back. Beautiful stuff. Mika and Stu BS having an absolute battle royale there for 4th and 5th, and Stu BS throwing it up the inside of Mika, and there was a bit of banging of doors, but nothing serious, nothing to concern yourself with. Method catching them now in 6th. This fight is going to become a trio of a battle like we're having up at the front. Matty Alder, Souness and the Geary all still holding station. Souness the fastest man on track, and just waiting to make his move with the slipstream as strong as it is. Possibly they could be holding off, making that shot early and leaving themselves wide open. Mika then past, oh, Method Mini, where the Stu BS is he? Good golly, Miss Molly, what did he do? Oh, now we didn't even get to see it. Come on. So Stubbs, he got that 5th place back, and oh, he come across the nose. No, nothing there. Oh, he hit the wall coming out of the corner, ladies and gents. And oh, what a shame, what a shame. He's been giving us some absolute fantastic racing with Mika, and unfortunately just sending it a little too hard in the corner there and hitting the barrier on the way out. And that's the myth going past, moving a little bit of salt over the wound of the Stu BS. Double Aaron then still leads Souness. They're breaking away from the Matty dropping back from the battle. Souness having another look. Oh, Souness really fancying having the win here. Oh, he's picked up a penalty. Matty Alder will be beside himself, as he will be beside Souness in the penalty zone. Unbelievable. Mika in 4th. Now he's got the pressure of the Method, but it's a couple of car lengths yet, and Mika staying on programme for 4th place. Great points, and remember, this championship is absolutely tight as a duck's butt crack, so because they can't let water in, you see, so every point's going to count in every situation. 6th place there for Mini ahead of the Monk. The Monk now 2 places the better after a bad qualifying. Stu BS is up and ahead of the Myth now. Matty Alder is in the lead. No, we shall not have that. So Souness, we knew he had a penalty. This is him. Oh, Double Aaron, did he have a penalty as well? He did. Unbelievable. Both leaders, ladies and gentlemen, being very naughty. They were naughty little boys. And Matty he's like the prefect, done nothing wrong. And there they go, both over to pay their penalties. And does he give him a wave on the way past? No. Very professional, Matty. Very professional. No little wave. No cheo. No cheo. So Matty, your new race leader, ladies and gentlemen. What a banger. And Double Aaron is not going to he's not going to have this. He will not have a penalty decide his fate, ladies and gentlemen. Souness as well, being hit with the same fate. Mika not far behind. He's hoping more penalties get dished out ahead of him. He would love that. He would love that. Do Souness getting right up the inside of the Geary then, and these two absolutely racing tooth to nail. Shocking there. How can Matty stay ahead with these power trains coming in behind him? Unbelievable stuff. Mika then in 4th, but he's got the Method closing in very fast indeed from the Method. Mika last time around 2:03.2, with the Method doing a 2:01.4, so Mika in trouble with the pace that Method is displaying behind. Mini also a 2:01.8, and he's still in the fight, ladies and gentlemen. Mika could be in trouble. He's going to have to pick up the pace, and there's no 2:03s in this house. Matty Alder, oh my word. So Matty, oh, it's already being done. It's already, oh, it's that toe game, ladies and gentlemen. It's the old slipstream game, and Matty giving away a beautiful slipstream there for the Double Aaron. to come through, and Souness trying to turn it into a double overtake, but he only gets Matty, and Matty is the only one here who felt a double overtake going on. Souness then back up and into second, Double Aaron back and into the lead, but Souness wild through the corners, and thinking that Matty was nearly going to scoop that one up. Unbelievable stuff. Racing in the aspect of Matty Alder. Let's just sit here for a brief second as we see these pilots display what they do best. Going in to the chicane. Hard braking from all three. Mika still in fourth, Method in fifth, Mini sixth, Brian Moncani in seventh, the Stu BS is in eighth, and GS Smith sitting in ninth. We've got Double Aaron and Souness duking it out for the lead of this race. We're 5 laps in at Trial Mountain for round 3 of the GRSC Season 3 for the Ultimate Racing League, and we have had nothing but all-out action, lap in, lap out, ladies and gentlemen. There hasn't been a moment's rest. I'm even having to have a sip because I can feel it on my my vocals, ladies and gents. It's really struggling with how much action is happening. Double Aaron then, he's there leading the way, but the Souness is putting on pressure all the way from the very start. We saw the Aaron, hey, why not? The Aaron Geary take the lead from the off on the first lap. Souness been sucking his exhaust pipe ever since. Matty briefly held the lead, but got slipstreamed out of that one. Mika is ever closer. He is closing in, ladies and gentlemen. Mika bringing the Method and Mini with him. There's a 3-way battle coming this way between these three. I can feel it there. Mini getting his fastest out of his car so far this race with a 201.3 up against Method's 201.4, and Mika a 201.6. That is a recipe for some high octane action coming your way. Brian the Monk 203.4 there. He is not feeling Trial Mountain in the Genesis, ladies and gents. The Stu BS chasing him down with a 202.3, and GS Smith a 204 there, and he's destroying his front right tyre. Double Aaron still leads. Hey, I just noticed Double Aaron is leaning on his front right tyre a lot more than the Souness. Souness, he's going to have nice tyres come the end of this race. We are coming up to the halfway point, halfway round this. No, we're past. Sorry, we're past the halfway point now, ladies and gentlemen. It is all downhill from here, and Souness's tyres are looking very tidy against Double Aaron. Double Aaron with a wiggle on as he just tries to defy gravity, and Souness then bites the bullet, pulls the trigger, and annihilates the Geary as the Geary struggles with grip and gravity, it seems. Matty's tyre wear similar to the AA Ron, and Souness has made a mistake there through the wiggly bit, and Double Aaron looks like he wants to punish him. Double Aaron all up and about his rear derriere. Matty Alder is also in the mix. It is absolutely too much to take. It's too much, ladies and gents. Too many words I can't get out all at the same time, but the Souness leads. But no, we know what happens down this straight. We know the slipstream is strong. So Souness again feeling the heat as the Geary brings it through the slipstream. The toe tries to get the move, and now he's on the racing line that Souness wants. And now Souness's corner is compromised on the inside. And Matty Alder having a whiff and a sniff of the Geary. Souness just about surviving. The Geary getting a good drive though. And my word, the order is of the same, but Mika a little closer, Method a little closer. This racing is lit, ladies and gents, in the chat. Excuse me. Hey, Adam, chat is in the chat. And he says, hey up chaps, once again the finest GT7 commentary of the best homegrown racing league on YouTube. Oh bless you, man. And Vodkrov saying, I don't know if I have ever driven the Group 4 Genesis. The Group 3 version is a nice drive though. I had a quick go. It feels heavy. It feels heavy, and I didn't quite like how the gears where I wanted the gears to go one lower in the corners, but they just didn't seem to want to, because if you knocked them down a gear, it took a while to get them back up to the situation of changing back up. Where some gears you can knock it down a gear and then knock it straight back up. Didn't seem to work that way with me in the Genesis. Like, knocked it down a gear, you had to wait a while to get it back up. I didn't like it. Didn't feel right. Souness at the moment though, yeah, understeery as well. But Souness at the moment not having that issue, and he gets through that tunnel corner a lot easier. Ooh, does he though? Does he though? I say he gets through there a lot better. It looked like Double Aaron fell back at the apex, but on the exit, Double Aaron was absolutely coming at him like a rocket. Matty Alder, what a view Matty Alder has had in this race. I'm surprised he's been able to concentrate on his racing. And ladies, that recipe I was talking about for some dynamic super racing, it's nearly there. Look, Mika, Method and Mini all closing in on each other. That is bubbling under, that's marinating, ladies and gents. That's going to be there come the end of the race. But at the moment we've got this battle at the front to consider. Again then, Double Aaron trying to pull the slipstream game, and he's done it this time. He's around the outside, and it's again, no, Souness on the inside managed to maintain this side by side coming up the hill, and the Double Aaron again nudges ahead, and it's Double Aaron that leads the race. Souness in second. Matty Alder is on the rear dairy air of the pair of them, but Souness losing lead to the Double Aaron. The Double Aaron slipstream game is strong, ladies and gentlemen. And these guys, I do declare, are DTR, ladies and gents. They are down to race as the Souness again tries to come back at the geary. And now Matty Alder pushes a cheeky one up the inside, but he's on the outside now. So Souness should keep position, but Matty trying a cheeky little overtake, and he's alongside. Souness could be in trouble here if he didn't get as good a drive out the corner as our Matty. And Matty then nudges a little bit ahead, and Souness will not be moved like an oil saver protester. He is not going to be moved away. Double Aaron though all working into his favour, getting a gap between himself and the guys again. And now Matty pulling the trigger on the inside, and he's done it, ladies and gentlemen. He pulled it off. Oh, Matty catching Souness sleeping, snoozing. And let's have a look. The tyre wear pretty bad for Double Aaron at the moment, but he's driving his best at the moment. Matty Alder there in second place. Souness dropping to third. Mika under pressure from the Method. He's got his doctor hat on. The school is in, ladies and gentlemen, and Method, he's doing some teaching. He's trying to show Mika how to finish in fourth place. Mini getting a great tow though. Mini a super tow from behind the whole crowd. Double Aaron leads from Matty Alder, and the Souness is in third. They are all playing the tow game coming down the straight. And it looks like Souness is falling into Mika's department now. Souness slipping even further back. My good golly and gosh, Mika up to third. What is the crack? And now it looks like there's action between Mika and Souness. I don't know if there was contact, but they were very close to each other. Mika up into third, and Souness slipping. That is strange. Matty Alder doing some landscaping as Double Aaron pushes on to the checkered flag. My gosh, lap 9 of 13, and this race is far from done. It is not over yet. Souness, Mini making a move on the Method, but Method has the apex there. But we saw that doesn't stop people. Matty Alder really pushed on in that position, but Mini does slip in behind for the tow. Souness getting a tow from Mika. Mika absolutely nailing it at the moment. Unbelievable stuff. Matty Alder in second, chasing Double Aaron. I think he's gained on him a little bit there. Matty must be Double Aaron, sorry, must be feeling the tyres now, and he's still got 3 more laps to go on them. They are just going to get worse with Matty's in a bit of a better shape. Mika in that third place. His tyres are beautiful, man, and Souness's tyres are, well, I'm surprised he slipped so quickly because his tyres looking good also. Method is chewing his tyres up a little bit, as is Mini, but these two fighting tooth and nail. They cannot give away anything at the moment, and they've got to use all the grip that is available to them. Sod the end of the race. These guys need that grip now. Unbelievable racing, ladies and gents. I told you that beforehand. I did worry, you know. In my head, I was worrying. I thought, I'm hyping this up too much. This is a bit of a big build-up. What if it's a dull race? And ladies and gentlemen, it has been anything but a dull race. Soonest, and look at it, 2x2, Method and Mini. Mini going for a break here. He's going to go brave on his brakes if he wants to get Method. Beautiful stuff, but no, Method still maintains. He's gone out wide, though. Does Mini get him coming out of the corner? He does, he does. Oh my word, 2x2 at the moment. It's Noah's Ark out there with Mini and Soonest side by side. Mini does get it. I mean, Mika and Soonest. Mini does get it, but it looks temporary because Method's coming back. Method's coming back. Unbelievable. Mini, no, Mini's holding on to it. Mini has hold on to it. Come on, Mini. Let's go. Vamos. Soonest in fourth, chasing down Mika in third. Matty closer than he ever has been to Double Aaron. Double Aaron, unbelievable stuff. His tyres are shot, ladies and gentlemen. Double Aaron, what can he do? He has got to do some defensive driving against the Elder if he wants to hold on to that lead. Mika there in third. He wants that podium so bad, but Soonest, he wants to come away from a race that he had pole on with at least a podium. Fourth is not good enough in the mind of the Soonest. Here we go, Mini losing the position to Method. No, he hasn't. Yes, he has. My good golly gosh, the racing is true and strong here between the Method and Mini. Beautiful stuff. Brian Moncani trying to make his way, but he's got nobody to race here at the moment in no man's land. Stu S also no one around. The Haribo team all, oh, hello, a little bit of grass cutting there going on. And GS Myth again, he's changed his tyres. Hey, that might be a tactic, ladies and gents. Let's not count him out. He's changed his tyres. And, you know, sometimes you do think it's sod it. The last 3 laps, it's going to be tough for these guys with those tyres. It might be a clever move, but I think he might be a little too far back. But we'll see. We'll see. Soonest then in fourth. And he may be getting caught by Method and the Mini. Mini's tyres looking harsh though, and Method in fifth. And Soonest, was that a bit of a rub with the wall for Soonest? Soonest really down on his time. I think those tyres are really hurting him. And Soonest under pressure, ladies and gents, from the Method. And you know Mini is in that fight as well, although his tyres are also looking rather wretched. Matty's still keeping sight of the goal. Double Aaron's tyres still starting to dissipate. 2 more laps to go. It's a big ask. It's a big ask for the Double Aaron to drive on those tyres for the next 2 laps. Matty Alder, his tyres aren't much better, but they are better than Double Aaron's. And Mika's is the best of all. So maybe Mika on the last lap might be the only guy out there with any kind of grip left. Soonest struggling in this latter half with his car. Just cannot find the pace that he had earlier with it. The grip is everything to him. Method closing in, but Method's tyres almost shot as well. But he seems to be able to drive around it better than Soonest is. Soonest struggling. And Mini also seeming to be able to drive. They're getting a bit of about a second more out of the car than Soonest is. Soonest dropping into the 204s with that tyre wear. And Method and Mini holding on to the 203s at the moment. Moncani, 205s. I mean, he's not got the tyre wear, but it just doesn't look like he's connecting with the track. And the Stu BS 204s as well, but that is tyre wear. He has absolutely shot his tyres. And GS Smith has put a fresh set of tyres on, and he's doing a 203, 204s. He's not going to catch the leaders up like that. Double Aaron in trouble. That's the headline with 1.5 laps to go. Double Aaron's tyres absolutely mullered, and Matty Alder still has a little bit of grip, but not a lot. Mika seems safe in third. But, oh, Method has got himself past the Souness. Souness's race has gone from worser to worser. It has to be said. And he was looking best off in the top 3 with the grip. But it seems to have affected his race the most so far. Method coming on up, ladies and gentlemen, like M people. Mini as well is sniffing blood in the air like sharks. They can tell that Souness has an open wound. Method then getting towed from... no, well, he's towing Souness. Souness then, is he going to try and do a late break? It's a tough call. He's got to wait for the tunnel. He's got to come all the way up through these hills. Try and cling onto the tarmac with those shot tyres. And not go too wide. Stay in the tow of Method. No, and look, that's where the grip gives up on him. And Method safe for another day. Let's have a look how these leaders are doing. Who had a penalty? Oh, it's done, ladies and gentlemen. It's over. It's over. Double Aaron leads this race with shot tyres, and Matty, he's going to come through, but I don't think Double Aaron's going to mind so much. He's going to see that big red half a second all over the top of Matty Alder's car, and I don't think, well, he hasn't got the tyres to fight him anyway, but he knows before the racing line Matty is going to have to spend that half a second penalty. So all Double Aaron has to do is stay up his rear derriere. But it looks like he wants to finish on track, ladies and gents, ahead of our man Matty. Matty pushing on. Mika safe in third as Method and Souness go side by side. Souness wanting that 4th place back, and Method only there to deny him, and he has denied him. He's up and into 4th ahead of the Souness. Mini in the background waiting to take up some positions. Brian in 7th, Stubbs in 8th, and the Myth in 9th, and it's Double Aaron at the moment. Coming into the final chicane, ladies and gentlemen, Matty has given it his all. He threw everything he had at the Geary, and the Geary went a little wide there. But I think Matty knows with the penalty, he isn't going to get anything. And there goes Double Aaron as Matty pays his penalty and hopes to stay ahead of Mika. Up to the line it goes, and it's Double Aaron takes the win. Matty in 2nd, Mika comes in 3rd, Method just in 4th ahead of Souness, 5th for the Mini, the Monk in 6th. He looks like he's going slow, but it's just that chicane, I think. He is going slow. Is he waiting for the Stu BS? I tell you what, he's playing the team game there. Maybe Stu BS higher than him? No, he's going for the 7th. I thought he was slowing down and letting his teammate through, but yes, he is. He is playing the team game. Stubbs through. Moncani in 8th. And the Myth, the legend, ladies and gentlemen, went for a radical strategy. And you never know, it could have paid off for him. If everyone started falling off the track, he would have been squids in. So the Smith bringing it on home in 9th place. Still good points for those that more than those that have not showed. So he's it all goes towards the championship, ladies and gents. So there we go, the Myth finishing in 9th place. Great stuff, great drive.
Great racing up and down the field.
So Double Aaron somehow, some way, for a half a second penalty, some would say, but he would say he never got past me even with the half a second penalty. So without the half a second penalty, he wouldn't have got past me. I won that race, and you cannot argue with that logic. Right then, Vodka Rob saying, come on the Skechers. I'm guessing that's his team. Vodka Rob saying, Skechers boys had a great race. They did. Matty absolutely slinging it, and Method getting the most overtakes. I think he started in 6th, finished in 4th. Yeah, Mika started in 5th and finished in 3rd, so equal amount of overtakes there. Mini started in 7th, finished in 6th. So yeah, equal amount of overtakes for Method and Mika. Vodka Rob saying definitely yeah, and Adam saying GG all. Great racing. Aaron in the win. Matty Alder second. Mika in third. Great one. Great job for the... It's this week. I chose his replays. There's such a good for the replays, but I did see the Monk also shared the replays, so a huge thank you to him. And another one, Method, maybe, I can't remember. But yeah, there was a host of replays to choose from, so huge thank you to the whole league for staying on that. Method in fourth. Don't forget, he's a Twitcher. He twitches, so check his Twitch out. Souness in fifth. Poor Souness, man alive. I don't know, really. It just seemed to, from lap 9 onwards, either the tyre wear or his head just went. Something went, but he just didn't get it back and just slipped down like a stone after that. What a shame, because early racing, him and Double Aaron gave us an absolute fabulous show for a good 6 to 8 laps. Sweet stuff, but unfortunately for Souness, I'm sure he's not happy about the 5th. But for us, we thank you for the entertaining racing at the front of the grid. Mini in 6th, man alive. Man alive, did he nearly get Method. Wasn't that delicious? Great driving from Mini there. Stubbs in 7th, not the race he was looking for, but I don't know how well he would have done. Anyway, what with that tyre wear, even if he was up there at the sharper end, that tyre wear seems to say he may have struggled in the last couple of laps. Look at 206 and a 210. That's how bad those tyres were. The Monk made up a couple of positions, but this track didn't lend itself to the climb that he usually likes, and he didn't quite get any further than 7th, where he pulled over and let his teammate have, because I think he's higher in the championship table. So the Monk being very generous there. And the Myth trying a pit stop in this race because the tyre wear was pretty radical. Well done to all of them. That's one race down, ladies and gentlemen. We've got another one for your pleasure. And I'm sure this one's got pit stops, so it's going to even be more edge of the seat stuff. If you like your edgy racing, then it's the Ultimate Racing League you are looking for. They're on Facebook. They have Discord, probably Instagram, and probably OnlyFans. But I'm not sure about those ones. They might be behind a paywall. So, yeah. Seek out Unforgiven on PSN or look out for his Facebook group. And we shall pause this. I'm going to have to get my clothes off. I've got a hoodie on. I thought it would be okay, but I am feeling quite hot under the collar. So you look at GS Smith's car whilst I'll strip. One sec. There she blows. Right then, so what have we got here then for... it's a reverse grid, always a reverse grid, ladies and gents. They've got to use 2 compounds of tyres over 12 laps of Trial Mountain. And we've got the Myth starting, ladies and gents, on the medium tyre. Then we've got the Monk on hard tyres at the front now. Usually we see that they like to get the mediums on and go for a... Well, I think we're going to see the hard tyres feature longer than... The tyre wear was quite shocking in that first race. Oh, that's the hot brew gone. So, yeah, I can't see them making mediums last for 10 laps. But we'll see. Fuel might be an issue as well, because they're on the accelerator for both of those straights there. So fuel might be a big issue. It doesn't usually, but it might be. So the Monk starting in second. He's on the hard tyre. Stu BS behind him on the medium tyre. We got the Mini starting in fourth. He's going with the hard tyre. Souness is on a hard set of tyres. Method is also starting on the hard set of tyres. Mika is also starting on the hard set of tyres. Matty Alder going for a hard set of tyres as the Double Aaron. He's hoping to be able to cut through the field and not get held up too much by the hard runners. but Double Aaron going for a medium set of tyres. Now, the thing is, with the people starting on the hards, hopefully they've done their practice and they know how long a medium set of tyres can last. Because if they just do the two laps on hards, then go straight onto the mediums, they might find themselves coming to around about lap 10 or 11, and the medium tyres may have already gone off because they might have to do a lap or two longer on those hard tyres just because of the tyre wear here is so phenomenal. So it's an interesting thing that's going on here. Right then, let's have a look at the chat. Yeah. Vodcrop saying, I had a mare at this track. I got a pit line penalty in race 2, so it killed me 3 seconds. Oh, gutted. Don't even know where I got the penalty. I think it was the game that screwed me. Their game always screws you. You got cased. Adam saying thingy stripping on OnlyFans. That's it. It's on my other account. Vodcrop saying he's doing 2 jobs at the same time. Yeah, that's what I just said. Vodcrop saying ouch, and Adam saying ouch at Vodcrop, and Adam also saying nasty penalty. Right then, yes, I hate the pit. I think it's the most pointless. 1 second seems fair. You don't gain any time from cutting across that line, so I don't know why they give you 3 seconds. And you know, some of the lines are ridiculous. Right then. So we've seen who's starting where, we've seen what tyres they're starting, so it's only one thing left to do. It's for me to press this button, isn't it? Here we go then, GS Myth on the medium tyres, leading them away. Brian Moncani is in the second spot on those racing hard tyres. Now, the first few corners shouldn't matter because the tyres are all cold, so they should just get away. Now remember, Double Aaron making the slipstream work for him early doors in that last race. He's on the medium tyres against a lot of people on hard tyres ahead of him. Myth at the moment is the 2 Haribo cars side by side again. Brian Moncani letting Stubbs through. Stubbs is on the medium tyres, remember though. So Brian Moncani, the communication in that team is superb. Souness on the hard tyres, and oh, what's going on here? There's Mini. No. Smith sort of ghosted for a minute and he hit the wall. That's what happened. GS Smith having a moment in the first corner. Maybe not as much grip there as he thought. The tyres cooler than he thought they were going to be, but it looks like he's nudged the side there, and he's let the Stubbs through. Then Stubbs leads on the medium tyres. Brian Moncani in second on the hards, getting a lovely toe off his teammate. Beautiful stuff going on here. Souness staying with him on the hard tyres. Then we've got the Myth and 3 wide here with Mini, Method and Double Aaron making short work of the pack already up to 5th place. Great stuff there as they do both double take on the Mini. I think ladies and gents, we got to see that from Mini's angle, haven't we? Oh, that's not enough. Hang on. So on board with, oh no. We're tootling along in our race. We're getting a nice toe off the Myth ahead into the braking zone. There goes Double Aaron right in front of us, and there goes the Method. My word, did we just get mugged off by 2 cars? Poor Mini. Didn't do anything wrong either, did he? He was just tootling along. He was happy as Larry. He is on the hard tyre in fairness, not as much grip. And I believe Method also on the hard tyres, but Double Aaron on those mediums trying to cut away through the pack. So Double Aaron at the moment in a bit of a hurry. Method in 6th now, just moving ahead of Mini, who's also on the hards in 7th. Mika is in 8th on the hards, trying to keep Matty Alder at bay, who's having a sniff, but nothing doing. Stubby S trying to cut away now. He is on a dash, ladies and gentlemen, as they complete their first lap. Now, will the hard runners come in at the end of this next lap, or are they going to need those tyres to go a little longer in this race? This is the question. The Myth now still under pressure from Double Aaron, and Double Aaron should be able to get past him under the bridge, in the tunnel, sorry, because of the stickier tyres. But the Myth also coming up across the Monk. The Monk might just get in the way of all of this, and the Double Aaron through already. And Double Aaron then doing as I said. He should easily get past the Myth in the tunnel, and it looks like the Method looking but nothing doing. Double Aaron is in a hurry, ladies and gentlemen. The Monk is on the hard tyres. Soonest getting past the Monk, and he's trying to dip, and Stubbs has dipped. He's gone. Stu, no BS today, ladies and gentlemen. He's going all the way with those medium tyres, and he's trying to leave the pack behind. Soonest on the hards with Brian Moncani on those hards as well, and Double Aaron starting from the back on the mediums, already up and into fourth place. Absolutely slinging Genesis, ladies and gentlemen. We got 3 wide here. We got a 3 wide situation, and Mini giving Method a little bit of payback there. Revenge. Revenge, Mini says. There you go, Method. That's how that good measure. The Myth, the Legend, forcing his way past the Method, and the Method having to yield as Smith takes no prisoners. He is on the medium tyres, though, the faster tyre than the Method. And Mini getting a double overtake done in the hairpin. Super stuff for Mini on his way. Someone in the pits, Mini in the pits, Method in the pits, Matty Alder in the pits. And they are taking the gamble that those medium tyres will last 10 laps. I wouldn't be so sure, ladies and gentlemen. I wouldn't be so quick to jump to the hard tyre, and Soonest has not. Soonest and the Monk have opted to keep that hard tyre going. The Myth still running in 5th on those medium tyres, and he's got Mika chasing him down, who has also opted to take the harder tyre to a later point in the race. Mini then pulls up to his box, the Method in his box, Matty is in his box, and it is a battle of the pit crew engineers. Mini has been released, the Method has been released, and Alder has been released. Release the dogs of war. So Mini onto a set of medium tyres now, and enjoying a frisky bit of grip as the Method hunts him down. And we've had that battle before, and it was delicious. Matty Alder a little bit further back from those guys, and with a bit more work to do. The Stu BS is just dipping. He's just heading on out, ladies and gentlemen. He's trying to push this all the way up to lap 10 before he'll make his pit stop for the hard tyre. Soonest being caught by the Geary. Geary on fire this weekend at Trial Mountain. It is really working for him. It suits him, ladies and gents. Ooh, suits you, sir. Ooh, suits you, sir. Suits you, sir. Release the hounds. That's it. Vodka Rob says. And Nifty saying, evening thingy, evening chat. Great racing and commentary. Well, bless you. Thank you very much. So the Double Aaron is hunting them down as Soonest then on those hard tyres going... he's gone in the pits. He's gone in the pits, sorry. So Double Aaron then moves up and into second place, but the Stu BS has built himself up a lovely buffer. A bit of wiggle room. Some mistake-making gappage. But even though the gap is wide, Double Aaron is well big enough to fill the gap. Brian Moncani in 3rd at the moment, but the Myth, the Legend, GS Myth on those medium tyres coming at him like Cleopatra, something like that. So, Brian, he's off to do some gardening. And the Myth, the Legend, ready to pick up that 3rd place if it's being handed out. And it is. Brian Moncani with a bit of dirt on his tyres. And he's got to scrub them now for the next corner or two. So the Myth is up and into 3rd place, having a great race so far. An absolutely superb race next to what the first race was like. So, GS Myth throwing Genesis today. Double Aaron trying to fill the gap, trying to close the gap on BT Stubbs, BTCC Stubbs, and 2021 from Stubbs last time around, and Double Aaron 2023. The Myth now through and ahead of Brian catching a toe, still on the hard tyres, and even Soonest has pitted now to put on the medium tyres, jumping a lot of people. Mini in 6th, then we got Method in 7th, then we got Mika Mika was running in third, so that's quite painful, isn't it? No, he was running in third in the first race. Look at me. I'm getting mixed up. And the Matty there in ninth. But Matty has caught up somewhat. We saw he was a little further back in the pit stops. So, is this hurting? It doesn't seem to. Oh, the Myth nearly going wide there, and the Monk coming back at him. But the Monk also, again, choosing not to make a pit stop. How late does he want to go in this race? Crazy, crazy man. I mean, I said you've got to take the tyres a little later, but this is ridiculous because the Stubbs and Double Aaron seem to be okay. Lap 4, 6 laps left on those mediums, and there is plenty of meat on that bone, ladies and gents. And Vodka Rob saying hello to Nifty, and Nifty saying evening Vodka Rob. Hope everyone is well. I was expecting a verse of please release me, let me go by what's his name? Oh gosh, no, the first race was so hectic. I don't think I could sing. I think I'd actually strained something. So the Stu BS is, he's no damage, but I saw them sparks. Stubbs absolutely using every single bit of the track and some more, giving the wall a scrape as he comes through. Last lap 2:01.8, Double Aaron at 2:01.2. That is painful for the Stu BS. He will know that lap because it will come up on his screen as the fastest lap for Double Aaron. So Stu BS, he's in trouble. Brian Moncani in that third after getting past the Myth, the Legend, and Souness hunting them down, waiting for their pit stops to happen. Souness in an absolutely great spot at the moment. I think he might catch the Monk and Myth, but I think it's going to be a struggle with the Stubbs and the Geary, but they'll be on hard tyres, so he might be able to close in on them. And Mini then under pressure again from the Method. It's a replay from race 1 from the Mini and the Method coming through under the brakes. Mini standing his ground around the outside, but it's Method that comes through and up and into 6th. But now Mini knows to follow him around. Now the Monk is getting rid of the hard tyres, so where's he going to come out? My words, hopefully not behind too many, because he's had a great race in the top half all race, but he has kept the hard tyres on for a lot longer. Ooh, someone's just made a big squeal, and it might have been Method, but Mini hasn't been able to get past him. So yeah, a lot of squealing, but not much action. Mika at the moment, and I think, remember, finishing on the podium in the first race, is holding off the Alder, who was knocking on the door of the win, is struggling against the Mika. Now Brian McCartney in the pits, and it has put him to the very back. No, it hasn't, ladies and gents. Yes, it has. Oh, it's hard to judge. No, out in 7th on a set of mediums. He's ahead of Mika, only just though, because Mika and Matt are bringing it along, and he has devoted him right to the very back. And his tyres are going to be cold, so he's going to struggle to keep up with Mika and Matty. At the moment, Matty, though, could be weak fodder for the Monk. The Monk looking to gain position early doors on his outlap, and he's sniffing around the Alder. Stubbs still leads. Sorry, I went the wrong way. Matty at the moment trying to stay with Mika. Mika on fire. Mini now chasing down Method after Method, pulling the move on him. And is this it? This is where the action happens. So Mini, is he close enough for a tow? And can he repay Method with exactly the same move back as they head down the long straight? And Method trying to, no, he's just getting on the racing line. I thought he was going to try and break the toe, but he's not. Into the braking zone then, and it looks like Method has this one truly covered off. Beautiful stuff. So Mini, a little bit more racing to do before he can get on Mika's not Mika even, on Method's case. They're close though, they are close. Mika there in 7th, and now Matty's got Brian Monk to deal with. It's giving Mika a clean run. He's got a little bit of space to deal with. And now Matty is in trouble from the Monk. The Monk fancying a piece of Matty Alder. Beautiful stuff as they come up to the tight braking zone, the chicane at the end of the lap. I find it really breaks up the rhythm of Trial Mountain. Trial Mountain, it's got a lovely flow to it, but that last chicane really does annoy me when I get there. I just don't want to slow down for it. I'm like, come on. So the Brian still staring at the back of Matty Alder's Skechers vehicle. We're on lap 7 of 12, over halfway. The medium runners who started on the mediums trying to run till lap 10. And it looks like the Monk has lost a bit of ground there to Matty. Let's have a look elsewhere. So the top 3 all started on those medium tyres. Stu BS, lap 7, and they are looking a little bit ropey. Don't forget, a worn set of mediums, just slightly worn set of mediums, is a lot worse than a full worn set of softs. So Stu BS losing 2 seconds that last lap. He's been doing 2:01s on the medium tyres, dropping down to a 2:03.2 there. Double Aaron, it's affecting him, but not as much as Stu BS. Stu BS losing a bit more time from the Double Aaron, and Double Aaron closing in. The GS Smith also feeling that tyre, and ouch for that last lap, a 2:07.1. Soonest then. So what we can deduct from that is the tyres don't last 10 laps, and all of these guys that made that early pit stop on lap 2 could be in trouble. Mini all up and about Method's business. The Myth going in already for the hard tyre. Early stop for the hard tyre, but he's finding the mediums to be a bit of a handful. Soonest then, that's another position. Method under pressure from the Mini. And Mika there now back under pressure from Matty. Matty stopped playing with the Monk, and he's concentrating more on the Mika now. And I assume the Myth is going to come out behind these guys. No? Is he already out? No. And the Myth then isn't even at his box yet as these guys come down the start straight. Matty Alder lining up the Mika, but nothing happening. Mini chasing down the Methods, and again, not much going here. Ooh, these cars are on the raggedy edge, ladies and gents. You can see it as they go around the corner, and it is a sight to behold. Soonest then looking set to take the lead of this race, I reckon. Double Aaron is closing in on the Stu BS. Stu BS is going to be thinking of a pit stop, and it's 2 laps too soon, or too early in his book, but it might have to be what he needs to do. And just think that the guys who pitted at the end of lap 2 are going to have this same issue come lap 10. So Stu BS there, the medium tyres not quite reaching 10 laps that he was hoping, and Double Aaron driving around it but still suffering with the same kind of tyre wear. Soonest then, I mean, I think he did pit a little later, but it was the Monk really that pitted behind everyone else. So the Monk might be in here as the Monk getting a tow from Mika. Mika blocks him off. He goes the other way for the Alder. Alder late breaks into the corner. He's picked up a penalty, and my good golly and gosh, Mika is through. Mika is through, but the Monk wants a double overtake here. He's going to get it. He's going to get it. No, he's not. Yes, he is. Oh, my word. Both of them sharing the apex, and Mika is not sure. The computer doesn't know who's ahead. At the moment, it's just about Mika. No, Brian. Brian takes it. Brian gets the double overtake. He's up to 6th. Mika down into 7th. Oh, my word. Some beautiful racing. Matty as well with a penalty. It's the story of his Trial Mountain. And Mika coming back at the Monk, and he can nearly get the Monk. Does he? Oh, around the outside, the Monk's trying to make some space for himself, and unbelievable stuff. It's beautiful. It's a little bit of car door banging, as you expect in touring cars. Matty's paid his penalty now, and the Monk and Mika go at it again, with Mika just ahead. Mini down the road from him, trying to give the same kind of experience to Method, and Method just singing Genesis like it just don't matter. Unbelievable racing up and down the field as Mika tries to maintain 6th place from the Monk, but the Monk is alive. Method then ahead. Souness catching up Double Aaron. Double Aaron's made his pit stop. Double Aaron making his pit stop early. I missed it. I do apologise. He's come out ahead of Souness, but Souness on the faster tyre, and the Stu BS staying out there. He really wants to make it to lap 10. Unbelievable here. Double Aaron taking a gamble. Gamblee. And Souness right there feeling the heat, and his tyres are good. Method still ahead of the Mini. Their tyres seem to be okay, don't they? It seems to be they're lasting later in the race. Mika still ahead of the Monk. The Monk trying to get a move done. Stubbs comes into the pits. Will he come out ahead of Double Aaron? We got to just see what comes out of this battle here. And the Monk really is trying to get past Mika. Mika does not want to give it up. And that German-Belgium rivalry cracking on right then quickly. Double Aaron still somehow keeping that hard tyre cladded car ahead of Souness. Souness lining him up for a move. Stubbs not even at his box yet. No. So these two are going to get by. I'm sure of it. The Geary, now Stubbs is there getting serviced, and he drops down as Double Aaron. Where am I going? Buggering out. Double Aaron then crosses the line, but Stubbs has been released. He's on the hard tyre. He's not out ahead of Aaron. He's not out ahead of Souness. Oh, poor old Stu BS, but he did ask those tyres to go a little longer than they probably ought to. Double Aaron then leads this race on a set of hard tyres, but he has the Souness, who we saw giving him such a hard time for the first 8 laps of race 1. And now we're back where we started, ladies and gents. And Vodka saying, yeah, I hate the hards. We are back where we started, but Geary is on a fresh set of hard tyres, and Souness on a used set of mediums. We've got Stubbs on a fresh set of hard tyres. The Method now, he's starting to feel that tyre wear with 2 laps to go. Mini in 5th. Not as well, it's very similar tyre wear for Mini and Method. Mika is ahead of the Monk again, and Matti Alder in this battle. It is ravishing, ladies and gentlemen. It is hard fought. It is beautiful. Nifty saying fantastic racing all round. Well played, gentlemen. It's unbelievable, this League 4. It's a little pot of gold. It's amazing. So the Monk, he's side by side with the Alder there. Alder, oh, for God's sakes, Alder then cuts in ahead of the queue, and the Monk back there in 8th place. Just waiting though, his tyre wear game. It's a tyre wear game for the Monk, but he really needs to clear these two and start hunting down Method and Mini as their tyres disappear. Stu BS is fine, he's safe. Look at the distance between Stu BS, Souness and the Geary, and somehow, ladies and gentlemen, Double Aaron is managing to keep Souness at bay, and Souness probably is starting to feel those tyres as they head into lap 11. 2 more laps to go. Souness, he might be trying to play this one smart. Instead of destroying his tyres and trying to get past the Geary, maybe he's just trying to stay ahead of Stu BS. Stu no BS today on those hard tyres, hunting down the Souness, who's doing a bit of landscaping, and everything is rosy, everything is okay. Trust the system. Method picking up a penalty, and that is music to our Mini's ears. He is absolutely having a round, isn't he? Mini has been in the race. Method and Mini together have given us a display of pro sim racing respect from the pair of them. They've raced hard but fair betwixt the two. It's been beautiful. Now the tyres are starting to give up on them. Method with the penalty, and he'll be paying that at the beginning of the final lap, or right at the end of this lap. Oh, Mini might be trying to get a tow here. Might be pulling away a little too early. Double Aaron somehow, some way is still ahead of Souness. If anything, the map shows he's pulled quite a way ahead of Souness. And we're just waiting to see if Mini can pull off a move here on Method. He has a look, but Method already into the corner, and Mini might be, he'll know about the penalty, and he might just be thinking, I'll wait. The dude's got to slow down anyway along the start-finish straight. But he does seem to want it. He's all up and about his business. On board with the Mini then as Double Aaron leads. Oof, down in that dip there. He nearly picked up Method. He nearly come across him. And now Mini, as we head to that final chicane, he's thinking of getting a move done on the Method in here. It's a very tight corner, and he does it somehow. No. Method makes his way around, and Mini not quite managing it, but Method now paying his penalty, and Mini easily moving up and into fourth. Method now having to chase, and Mika is slowly catching him, and his tyre wear is somewhat better than them guys. The Monk and the Alder in an immense battle. Alder picking up a penalty and it not being picked up on the start straight, so he's got to carry that for the whole lap. Double Aaron, he has gapped it out. Souness just couldn't live with the Aaron on a set of hard tyres. Jesus, wet. He's done a 201.8 on those hard tyres, ladies and gents. And Double Aaron is not playing. He is not messing about. And he is definitely not hanging around. Double Aaron dips. Souness then, I think he's protecting second place. I think he's concerned about Stu BS, because he has turned up with Stu No BS today. And he is starting to put the pressure on Souness. And Souness, after a tragedy that was the first race for him, he is determined to get something out of this, even if it only is second place. And Double Aaron absolutely cementing his championship lead now. Mini all on his own in fourth place, and he's dropped Method. Method with that penalty has really dipped behind. And Mika now, Mika deciding to have a nibble at Method as Method's tyres are falling apart on the track, and I think that's as well lost him a lot of time. Souness then trying to stay ahead of the Stu BS. Double Aaron coming into the final chicane for a double win, ladies and gentlemen. An absolute pure thoroughbred of racing there from the Double Aaron Geary. Great stuff, great drive, great wins from Double Aaron. Fantastic stuff. There he goes. Souness this time doing the job, getting second on, and Stu BS on the podium. Mini coming home in fourth, best of the rest. And he gets fourth as well, as he got Method and Mika hunting him down. Method in fifth and Mika sixth. Then we have the Monk coming home in seventh, ahead of Matty Alder in eighth. And the Myth himself, the legend, he's not that far behind. It's not as bad as the first race. Look at him. He wasn't that bad. I mean, not bad, but he wasn't that far behind Matty and the Monk there. So great race from the Myth as he crosses the line in ninth spot. Wowzers, ladies and gents, that was a race and some. Unbelievable. Two mega races in the Genesis, and Double Aaron, I mean, he won both races, but that is not the story, because anyone could have. Anyone could have. It's just it went his way. And I don't know. I mean, Souness's tyres just must have slipped away from him in that race, because it was there. It was there. Souness was in touching distance of Double Aaron, but I think the tyres just went away from Souness. What the frig is going on with these camera angles? Yeah, so Double Aaron gets the double win. Fantastic. Double A run again from the Double A run. A Double A run from Double A run. Fantastic stuff. I love it. Souness in second, doing the job right the second time round. And yeah, good haul of points there ahead of Stu No BS today. And yeah, he was closing in on Souness another lap or two. He could have got second place for himself. Mini, a great run, great points for a fourth place. Great racing as well from Mini up against the Method. And Method, tyre wear seemed to be his issue near the end there. And he was lucky to keep the Mika behind. Mika in sixth, Brian Moncani in seventh, Matty Alder in eighth. It didn't seem to work out for him. Matty seemed to keep picking up penalties, which wasn't helpful for him. And the tyre wear seemed to affect him near the end. And the Monk The Monk probably went a lap or two long on those hard tyres. And GS Smith stayed out the longest on the hards, which lost in position on the track. So there we go. Another banging race, ladies and gentlemen. Another great round. Round 3 of the URL's GRSC Season 3. And again, big thank you to those that joined me and kept me company in the chat. That is, I really appreciate it. It is nice. It makes me don't feel like I'm all on my own. Nifty saying fantastic racing all round, well played gentlemen. Adam saying great racing, cheers again at Thingy for great comms yet again. Nifty saying superb, I need to lie down, thank you Thingy. I know, that was where it wore me out. And Adam saying evening at Nifty, didn't see you there, wasn't watching chat. And Nifty saying evening Adam. Oh, that was a rubbish shot, sorry. What is that shot? It won't go away. There we go. So that's everything. Thank you again, everyone involved, everyone who raced. Thank you for the replays to Mika, and thank you to the admins at URL for all the organisations. Thank you for Geary for doing the hosting. And yeah, thank you for the guys who watch. Thank you everyone who gets involved. And bless you all. And that's everything from me. I don't think there's anything more. My next stream will be the OTH guys in their final, no, penultimate round. It's not the end yet. We've got one more round. So round 11 of the OTH will be my next replay. God knows when I'm squeezing them all in, but I am trying. Okay, thank you very much. Tiro, peace and love. Peace and love.